Today I want to talk about 4 main topics, okay? You being the owner of the business. I want to talk about your business strategy. I want to talk about business metrics and business conversations. Everybody put a 1 in the box if you're here and you're present. If you are here and present and fired up, okay, thank you, LaKoya. Okay, great. You all are all here fired up. Good to see you, Judy. So glad to see you, Latanya. So glad to see you, Yasir. This is Yasir's first class, I believe. So congrats. Thanks for being here. Carlos, thanks for being here. Latanya, Jennifer, Xavier, Jordan, Marcus Hummings. I'm always glad to see you. I was thinking about you the other day, so that's cool that you're here. And LaKoya, so glad you're here. All right. So this is our first week of, I feel like our first real official week of business, of number 1 of the business week, because last week was more of an orientation, right? It was more of an orientation about kind of what the class is going to be about and how we're going to move through the class. This week, I really want to go through owner's basics, and I don't want to rush through anything that we have to do in regards to ownership. When it comes to sourcing, talent pipelining, when it comes to sales and business development, when it comes to recruiting, I feel like there's definitely way more flexibility around what I teach and how fast I teach it. But when it comes to the business, I feel like this is the part that most newbies just don't understand on any level. They understand how to recruit potentially, but like as far as just understanding as an owner, what does that entail? Like that's just not in the midst of things. So I want to go through that today. How to be successful in this course. You have to show up weekly. That's imperative, because I feel like when you take the live class, it gives you the ability to ask questions right then and there, which leads me to my second thing. You have to ask questions. There are no real dumb questions in this group. Everybody is pretty much at a starting point. So I wouldn't say in this particular group there are any dumb questions. I do have some groups where there are dumb questions, but this group is not one of them. So ask your questions regardless. Volunteer to practice live. We're going to be getting into actually live doings not today, but definitely in this month, very aggressively. So be prepared, and you want to volunteer, because when you practice live, then you get to see kind of like what you need to work on. Practice daily. You need to be into your business every day. So whatever you're learning through these classes throughout the week, you want to implement those things immediately and practice every day to get yourself on a nice system. Recruiting and staffing has a rhythm to it. And if you've watched my videos for a long time, you will hear me say over and over again that it has a pace, it has a beat, it has a rhythm to it. And so when you're working in your business, you really want to work on this pace. You want to have a pace about yourself. So practicing will allow you to pick up your pace and to be consistent. You want to stay active in your business. Like I said, every day. You have to breathe life into your business. If you had a baby and you ignored the baby would die. That's proven in the very beginning. That's why foster homes are there and adoption agencies, because kids need to be nourished by their parents from leaving the womb. You all have, your business has left the womb, you're fully set up. Now your baby is growing. You know, you're teaching your baby how to function in society, and it's the same thing that you're doing with your business right now. In the next couple of weeks, you'll have daily reminders that are going to go out. I've already recorded the videos in your email, so I'm excited for you to get those, because I'm really wanting to push you working in your business every day. I see a lot of newbies like, oh, I can do this 2 or 3 days a week, and then it's like, really? No, you've got to get it into every day. Today, I want to talk about 4 main topics, okay? You being the owner of the business. I want to talk about your business strategy. I want to talk about business metrics and business conversations. So let's talk about you being the owner today. This is something that is really important, right? Because most people come into this business with fear and with their own preconceived notion of what it means to be an owner of a staffing business. And I want to give you a very clear understanding of who you are and what you're supposed to do. So you want to take notes during this, because I'm going to say some things that I want to go back to and actually create some downloads for you. But I need you to start out initially taking notes with this, okay? So first of all, this is just a quick reminder that you're no longer an employee, okay? Although you're going to start your business with employee responsibilities, your job, your number one job when first starting this business is to build the business, to learn the business, to understand the business, and to grow the business. Then you hire a staff to take care of various responsibilities while you oversee the business to serve more. You have to know your role, and you have to know your role right now. One of the biggest things that I say to my staffingpreneurs who are starting out in the beginning is, I tell them all the time, I say, you are an owner. You're not an employee. You're thinking like an employee, and you're an owner. And those are two different mindsets. And I need you to have both mindsets, but I need you to be able to compartmentalize, if I said that right, compartmentalize, y'all know what I'm saying, your ownership role and your employee role. And I need you to do that from the very beginning. So I do need you to embrace your role as an employee, only for the simple fact that the job has to be done. You're starting the business, you're getting it worked up, but also to help you, to save you, because you're going to start writing out specifically what you want each person in your company to do. This is going to be like an ongoing homework assignment for you as an owner, okay? Is building out your org chart of what you believe in your mind your business will ultimately look like, and to start writing out what the positions will be and what their job responsibilities are, and you're going to add to them every day, every week, so that by the time you're ready to hire someone, you'll have a clear understanding of exactly who you want to hire, why you want to hire them, and what their responsibilities are. Now, I stated that you have to get into the role of the employee from the beginning, and it's important because once you hire someone, you have to understand you came into this business, most of you with zero experience. And many of you are going to hire people with experience. I'm going to tell you right now, a real recruiter can sniff out, when somebody doesn't know what they're talking about, right? And so you have to get into the role of an employee from the perspective of understanding how to do the job, and so that you can train one, and so that you can be aware of what your employee is doing properly and what they're doing improperly. And then also so that you will prevent someone taking advantage of you based on your lack of knowledge and understanding. As an employee, it's going to be important for you to understand what it feels like to be held or to be responsible for performance metrics. That's going to be uncomfortable for some of you, because for some of you, it feels like a sales environment. It feels like you're obligated to do specific things. And the reality is that you are, and that you are building a sales environment. And so you have to understand what that employee is experiencing or is going to experience for you to be able to relate to them as their boss, okay? And I feel like that's very important in staffing, because I've seen many situations where recruiters or account managers have tried to get over. They've come into people's businesses that are brand new complaining like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, because they're burnt out from where they were before, but not and also understanding that this person is brand new. And I've actually seen some recruiters take advantage of some of my new staffingpreneurs where they've had to call me in and to come and fix it. I've seen it with some of the corporate clients that I have where they've hired someone and that person came from another company with some type of status, and they've come in and trying to come in and change the rules. Like, you don't want that. You want to have full control of your company, right? So you've got to understand what it means to be an employee. And then the other piece is understanding what it means to be the boss. And you have to separate the two, right? So being the boss piece requires a number of things.